remembers bulls worthy of a real man. Coin-operated viewer has been banged up and inoperable. There's plenty of fun stuff up there. Ad reads, broken window. Tibbs has windows. Alright. Get a bag in your hand. Perhaps you can collect these bottles and sell them. Alright, that's 2 places. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the... We haven't found a bag yet. I didn't even see that person on the stairs. You hear the distant squall of seabirds? Let's talk to you. Or is inspecting? This boat start trouble, I fix it. I've been kicked out every joint revision. Oh, is that a bag? Alright. We can finally collect some bottles. I gotta get those $50 for those shoes so we get those speakers. Splatter our bullet holes lines the wall. Yep. I guess the 439 is our cache. Roundabout north. Cape Set Apartments, Martinez Pier. Alright, so. Can I not go back for the bottles? We know where they are. Oh well. Who are you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby, red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I mean, a little on the nose, but truth in advertising, I guess.
Books, postcards, easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Alright. It feels inappropriate to lecture this girl.
Don't be a fool. As an expert, it's
your
job to tell what you know to everyone.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Okay. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Alright. What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organizing...
Clearly you haven't been taught not to talk to cops, but that's fine. The girl gazes at the window, slowly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Oh, part of the sales pitch. And you're standing out here in the cold because...
Signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Alright. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't need to understand what you said. What's this actually, shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Fair enough. What is school anyway?
Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Yeah, school's stupid. You're lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Okay, so she's had it drilled into her. How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Alright. In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
She blushes. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into
Go
this.
into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Interesting. How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations. Alright, starting serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
What about the curse for
Maybe I
now?
can tell you about some of our books instead.
Alright, what is this crime
Crime
business?
fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Alright. Crime murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Ooh. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Huh? Well, what does a cop look like then?
Need to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that
I'll
you
just play
don't
it
look
along.
like Dick Mullen.
She points at a book cover, on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
Alright. Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there and you have to get in their heads. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the
Isn't
killer.
that very dangerous?
Alright. Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police
She knows how to
work,
kiss
sir,
customer
like
ass.
in the books.
Alright. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
I love these summaries. She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that
Or
situation.
there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Alright. Poor man getting a rich lady. Alright. What about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Okay. What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
Happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
It's kind of leaning heavily towards favoring the men.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Alright, what about when everyone is
That's
poor?
really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Oh, people are boring. No, sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
It does seem a little anti-poor, but again, it could be being the child of a small business tyrant. Alright, what about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Anything else you're curious about?
That's enough romance for me. I had other
Some
questions.
other books?
Alright, who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
Or at least that's what they had written down. She scratches her cold reddened cheek and then
I think
continues.
that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Fair enough.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Alright. Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Alright. Fame is... or actually... Again, I don't want to dash or drink it. Famous for vain people. I have better things to do.
Sir.
She stands her feet, waiting for what comes next. Let's do a little deduction.
You fail to deduce anything.
Oh, the snake eyes.
She
Damn.
waits intently.
Alright. I deduce that you are a girl.
Come on, anyone would notice that.
What, a white or a red? Okay. That was just a complete fail of a roll, too. But thank you, Annette. That was kind of funny that
Hey,
you managed to fail that. Alright, who, me?
yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready
Yes!
to build communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners.
Check, 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 check.
Have more than 25 real in their pocket.
Big check.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs.
Filth is my politics. Filth is my life. Alright. Oh, right. That sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Alright. Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. We are absolutely building communism.
Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Okay, roll up your sleeves further and breathe in the pristine air. I'm all here for firing squads. For the word of they. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. This book, this is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what this book is about, or nor does it seem important. A book about Boyadero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. If you say so. Do I have to have the bag equipped, maybe? Let me think of that. No. Okay. Now that it's held, maybe we can get the bottles. The book is titled Man from Helmdall in the Wildfire. Which book? There's another. Oh, maybe the one on the ground there. Gift books and molten candy. I'm gonna put the bag away for now. I don't think we need it. I'll do it when we're outside. Old sports magazine tucked away in a dark corner. The book collects the book collects the natural recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout. Couldn't be finer. Queen picture book brochure, very colorful. I've had a dream about a book shop like this. I've never seen this part of the game, so that's weird. It's a home of fascist magic. Rather candid.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Alright, look through the
Amidst
shelf.
the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
Didn't we hear the name Dundas before?
These three things are very important to the working class mind.
Cool.
The point of the book, and many
Oh,
others
it's
on
the
shelf,
communism
is to
kicking in.
give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have
Oh, that's really
access
good.
to paid health services.
How does that
It
work?
serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
That seems a little extreme, but
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything.
so it's
Though it
like,
is important to note,
yeah, it's woo. It's all woo,
to
but
your mind to heal yourself. Then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually
Okay, I definitely don't know about the duck gallbladder
pre-
thing.
and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Alright. Look for the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written
That's the
by
same one,
the
okay.
point of the book, and many others on various paranatural
Alright.
books still litter the shelf.
What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I
Interesting.
can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
A police store. Another boring book, just discarded here. Oh,
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps
Interesting.
look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
let's look at the map of Insulinda.
Each map displays archipelagos.
We're
You
learning.
see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white,
Interesting.
disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Alright, squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
Can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
That is a cool city name.
850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Let's look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called.
Okay.
Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Huh.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
I'm guessing they're continents, but
Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Alright, let's look at the map of River
The
Shoal.
north coast of a verdant island is
We're basically just zooming in
of a river.
by stages.
It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction.
Okay.
To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is
Sounds
River
kind of how,
East.
well, like any major city has absorbed its suburbs, but London came to mind first there. I guess New York would apply too. Alright. And west of the river?
It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Alright, let's look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48.
Okay.
Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one
That's
available.
fair.
The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Oh,
They're
really?
quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one in Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be.
Interesting.
From when some design studio people tried to spruce
Oh, they tried to
5
gentrify
years
it
ago.
into...
They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Alright, I have 90 cents. We'll just buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Alright, we got a map.
Provide an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Alright. Which one was the Interact tab? Oh, inventory. There we go.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Here, your finger
Let's trace
moves
the path.
through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
Huh.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Okay. Oh. Oh, there we go. Neat. Oh, the mirror. Okay. Oh, it tells you where challenges are that you ran into. That's cool. And people you've met, so that's probably gonna... That's cool. I wish I could zoom in a little, but alright. Useful. And an interesting way of presenting things. Like we saw this earlier.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
What board games you got?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
I love geography.
Albritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I don't feel as if I have any
Friends
kids.
are technically like family.
This is true. She fiddles with her pendant for
For playing
thinking.
with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
I would rather not do that. What about all these Wural things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
I don't like you then.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff.
You literally have an entire shelf thing of supernatural stuff upstairs that you won't let me flip through because the wisdom isn't free. Let's look at the items.
An endless variety of source books, law books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
I wonder if Wural was the name of the tabletop campaign that
This
game was based
a
on.
large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled
That's cute.
Tales of Wural, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board games section? Who wants to read books?
Alright, anything that really catches my eye?
That says Wural, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. The side panel notes a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Well, I'm definitely going to pick that up later. So now we're at 75 real worth of stuff I want to get. 75.50.
Cents.
Okay. Well, we'll come back for that. Maybe actually talk to her.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So, you're the owner of the store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration. What if I want to buy a book?
You were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
Alright. What types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Alright, I'll take a look
She
then.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Alright, your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right?
Yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction.
Ah, so she does have some
Was she at
dreams.
her post, doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
This woman is way too customer service for me not to want to just scream into a bucket. Alright. I'm not gonna grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now. It's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Alright, she's certainly very polite and
My
helpful.
precious. Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as Mayonette.
Alright. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child
You
labor.
must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do you pay the kid?
Good sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
I'm sure she is.
Criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
Alright. In some more developed countries, this sort of thing is two felonies: child labor and slavery.
Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation.
I'm
I'll
going
stop with the
to
jokes now.
smack this one. Alright. Her tone is decisive. Not at all angry at the insinuation. Are we done with the jokes now?
We've had quite enough fun here. Right.
Alright. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong.
Mind you're in business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
You're literally leaving her out in the
The
cold.
way she copes with criticism.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's change the
The woman
subject.
before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
Alright.
Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Alright, the girl outside mentioned this place is cursed.
Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity.
Bad for health. That's the radon. Alright.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Okay. Farewell for now, book peddler. Let's check out this curtain that they probably won't let me go through.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Yank it.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Okay. What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She's really trying to manifest that.
Almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books.
Alright, freaking, book hypno.
Oddly enough, the more she
Library
tries
hypno.
to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Alright, we're gonna look at the
You
trinket.
see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Alright, some more woo.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese? We didn't shake down the one Seminese guy about his origins that much, so.
The Seminine Islands down
I
south.
think it was Seminese.
Aside from
The guy from the place you said was a shithole?
there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Alright, we're gonna ignore that for now, just so I don't piss her off. If there's anything else we didn't look at. There's something behind the curtains, it looks like. Couple things. Did we check that shelf? I don't think we did.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series.
Oh, this is the detective.
Dick Mullen, over and over. A
Alright.
couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Alright, yo, Storekeep, what is all this crime fiction?
Crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen on this side. You're a police officer.
I guess it's like the crimes that lead to
You should buy
Dick Mullen
all of
having
these.
cases.
They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
I don't know about that.
Crime fiction
Let's look through the
is
books.
a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
I mean, that's true. They don't really talk about all the donuts.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of
The getting roided up, or, you
how
know,
long it takes to
being an
actually
old enough white guy that you don't have to get roided up because you're just commanding a bunch of roided up dipshits. You know.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Often worst days of their lives that you're causing.
Single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure.
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen.
Huge dicks slapping your tender mullen.
Killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Turns out he faked it to solve the case.
Quelle surprise. Are there any more?
Yes. There's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series.
I mean, if you pull it off once, it kind of becomes like a hobby.
A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Didn't I mention it as much to Annette?
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
We may never understand who is Dick Mullen. Kind of sad we're botching the rolls, but I'm kind of not as sad as I would have been if we'd botched a bunch of the early ones. Oh wait, actually I wanted to see if any of the other ones between here and the map were... Well, I don't think we checked this one either. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Yeah. I mean, yeah, technically yes.
On the shelf reads, biographies of famous people.
Because the other aspects of fascists are all bullshit, so...
None of which ring a bell.
They're chumps. Anything of note on this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is
A
Innocence?
very influential historical figure.
Like
But
Pope
shh, I
Innocence?
don't have
Or
to
Pope
tell you
Innocent?
that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Oh, that's not necessarily true!
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I guess it's like a great man theory. I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Is it though?
Words seem vague and abstract to you.
So you recommend it?
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
That sounds a
You feel
little
like you should get
supremacist.
this one.
Nah.
Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Well, let's look through the display of
Rifle
books.
through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism.
Alright, I'm going to listen to that probably a little more readily.
Title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz.
Okay,
And Cecilia Averbrook.
what is that about?
Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One
I
of
kind of want that,
them,
actually.
driver Jacob Irv, his blonde mane graces the cover.
Fair enough.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
We have Marilyn Manson at home, apparently. And hopefully one that did a little less sexual assault, allegedly.
Rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
So he's doing praxis.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
That's one way to put it. I mean, I guess that's the equivalent of time is money. I can't get the racing couple books, so we're just gonna pass for now. I think that we've now checked everything. Let's look at the postcards. Nope. Okay. I saw the two things hanging on the post there. Speaking of posts and cards. I thought that might be a thing, but I guess not. Alright, okay, I thought that display lit up once. Like without the green dot on it. But, alright, oh yeah. Bag. Alright, so if we come upon any more bottles... I wonder if this thing has a capacity. But yeah, let's get some goodies to the Terror Machine. Can I actually observe that? Oh yeah, okay, that was the locked door. I feel like there might have been some bottles near Kuno. There were some down here. Or, oh yeah, over by the trash can, okay. Did we try to use this one? I think we did.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert
Oh, maybe we didn't, okay.
5 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
Let us find some focus.
Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's the tourist attraction doing here?
Revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring...
Okay, that's what they touched on earlier.
Glory. It didn't stick.
Clearly. What
They got
happened?
as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can we do something about
We've
it?
done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Alright. We gotta change.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside.
On the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Let us focus on this ghost.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made
I always pronounce that islet, not
a
islet.
half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature.
Huh.
It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
The ruins of some kind of building there.
I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The lieutenant takes off his glasses and cleans them. Okay. Well, we learned something today. We do bottle hunting for a couple minutes here, just because we got another ad coming up. What are you doing? A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Voids. What is that? Oh, okay. I think we have to go up there. Oh, hey, we can go up there. What's this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Alright, I'm not going to try a 3%er. I'm not that daring. Oh, there's Kuno S. I'm not going to fuck with her right now. Alright, we got some more magnesium. Garden hoses won't be of use till the snow melts. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes in this wall. Orange bum hat. Sweet. That looks like an entrance. Let me check that in a minute. Alright, also half full of rainwater. Alright, anything else to check about the greenhouse? No. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Oh, okay, we didn't get the actual message last time. It kind of interacted and dinked away. Alright. We'll be right back, and I'm going to save with all these fabulous bottles. I'm getting pretty hungry. Like I said, I only had a couple hours in me anyway, because I got work to get done. But what we're going to do is, well, first we're going to click back into the game here. Alright, and yeah, I think we're going to see if we can't collect a few more things. We're going to just use the terror machine, and we might call it a night. We learned some history, at least. Wasn't the most educational night, but alright. Cape Side Apartments. Oh, these are more signs. Okay. Inside the frame of a motorcycle and repair and tools used to disassemble it.
Hey! Up here, Piggo!
The girl there, did she spill the paint? And I mean, I'm okay with being called Piggo, because I technically am. Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. This boat shines like it was recently painted. Okay. I'm going to check and see if any of these are openable. Oh.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
We'll bother them later.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
We also got to start communism, so I guess we could try and chat from down here.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the
The
pier.
streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested.
I like her attitude.
See?
Let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Accosting a minor?
Listen to your partner, pig man. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside. Okay. What are you doing to the wall?
Tell, I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Alright. So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
Fair enough.
We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cads. And my name's not Mona, so...
Also fair enough. Why are you so committed to facing the building?
This place is severely lacking in...
I like her.
Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Fair enough. I love that she looks bored just leaning on the edge there, too.
Yeah?
Alright, I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Alright, you keep looking to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
Deal with it. Alright, she nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
She does look bougie, though.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Oh?
Luzon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot. Its moneyed residents,
I called it.
the posh restaurants and upscale
I mean, it is also a nice boat.
really have reason to visit Martinez.
Alright, who's she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
That sounds like progress.
I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Yeah.
Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her
Wacky.
is our best bet.
Good idea.
I just love the kind of
Run along now.
flat delivery.
Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Same. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Fair enough.
Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there
Welcome,
is a
One
shortage
Rad
of people who
Podcast.
Talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Watch your
Yeah,
back,
she's cool.
ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Ungulate. Okay. Alright. That's actually the autosave. That's actually handy because I was about to save anyway. I guess we'll talk to her.